Our game this week is Rayman Legends.
Yeah. Rayman.
This game was actually excellent. I will preface everything by saying, I'm not a huge fan of platformers. The last platformer I played was Super Paper Mario.
Oh.
And I haven't played any of the other Rayman games at length, but I started playing this one, and this Rayman game was awesome.
I'd say the same thing. I
very
didn't play
good.
the older ones, really. I played 3 a little bit just recently to get an idea of it because I remember when they came out, but I don't remember. What was the original one, the first one on? Do you guys remember? Jeff, do you know?
It was PlayStation 1.
Yeah, it was
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
And was it side scroll platform?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I remember.
Same.
And
I
I played 3 and it was
3DO and stuff.
Yeah.
All those
okay.
like older
I played
ones.
the 3 on my Xbox just to get an idea of like more of the universe, and it was like this 3D, third person perspective, and I was like, no. But I was playing up until this game came out. I played Origins, and I know it's a little bit late because it came out last year, but I was excited. I was like, this game's great, and I got completely hooked. And then we reviewed this one, and I played the demo, and I was like, holy crap! They made it even better.
It was really surprising. I have never actually played a Rayman game at all.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I'm aware of them. I think the first one came out for 3DO first, and then it was ported to PlayStation.
Okay.
But I was never interested in it. And then I played this, because I knew we were going to talk about it, obviously, and it was awesome. Like, I was really, really surprised as to how good it was.
Totally hooked you right away. Artwork is great. Jeff's going to say something. He's winding up.
Yeah,
let's say something.
I can see him winding up because I want to hear what you have to say because I know you like the platformers anyway.
Let's run down the categories though. Graphics. Start with the graphics. It's a platformer. Everything's 2D. The graphics are awesome.
Yeah, they go way beyond a regular platform.
The art style is very, very good.
Clean. It looks like you're just watching a cartoon.
Yep. The
it's very polished, like extremely polished.
Yeah. Great color palette. Everything.
Yeah. Very good.
Got here.
Do we have footage?
Let's just cut to Crystal.
This game.
There we go.
There it is.
All right, cool. So yeah, this gives you an idea of what we're talking about here.
You got a lot going on too. You're not just jumping platform to platform, side to side. You've got your little I can't remember this guy's name, but Murphy.
Yeah.
You've got him assisting you here and there. You can play multiplayer, which I would love to try.
I didn't play the multiplayer. I only played the single player.
Yeah, but you can get like 4 people on the screen at the same time. Too bad it's not on Xbox One. All 8 of you could play.
They would have had 8 players for it.
Maybe this is another game you could use that.
But if you have an Xbox One at launch, you don't have 8 friends.
No. Yeah, it's true.
So yeah.
Sergeant Ski says it looks like Boogerman.
Oh,
yeah, nice. It does look like it does look a lot like Boogerman.
Oh, there you go,
really, dude.
Yeah, I liked that you could get Murphy to do things like get the big guys. Like I saw the big guy coming up, and I'm like, wow, how am I gonna beat that guy? And they're like, use Murphy to tickle him. I'm like, all right, sure. Whack!
It's kind of cool too because you're like kind of using like 2 different parts of the controller.
Yeah.
Like you're controlling 2 characters at once.
Yeah. I really felt like I was kind of like all over the place. It was
It's
nice.
cool. It adds like a little bit more challenge.
Fast action, satisfying sound effects.
There's lots of since we're still on the subject of graphics here. Let's not deviate too much. There's a lot of like background, current, like platform, and then background foreground interaction. Like you're always going in between.
Yeah, like you see like the fox and the spider,
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, you got the spiders kind of hanging out. Yeah, like Steve said, that fox. You get the spider webs. Even the fire kind of looks like it's more in the foreground.
Oh
I
hadn't thought about that, but yeah, you're right. It's really busy.
Here's something I also like versus the Origins version. In that portion you just saw when you filled up with the Electoons, you can't speed that up in Origins, and you can in this one. I was so happy
that's why
about
they did that?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I was really happy. I'm like,
okay, cool. Yeah, I could see how that would have been annoying.
Oh, God, there are tons of levels in these games. Tons. I'm almost through Origins, and I've still got another couple hours to play.
It's like 300 levels.
Oh, God, there's tons.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's definitely satisfying to have that much to do in it, though. And it doesn't get boring.
You would think with that many levels and like mini games that it would start to get repetitive and
then
tedious.
they have Ghost Mode, and you go back, and this is Origins again. They probably have the same thing for this one, and you try to beat your time, try to get all the guys. If you miss Electoons, the more Electoons you get, the bonuses, you can add bonuses and things like that. Yeah,
lots of things to unlock, lots of mini games.
Yeah.
The main story, the main quest is really good. It's really varied. It was very surprising to me how good and addictive this game was.
Yeah.
All right. So then to close out graphics, then we got off there, but
Yeah.
we can get back. Yeah, they turned him into a duck here. Yeah, I mean, like we said, the animations are great. The graphics are very good. I think I mean, there's a fair amount of 2D games that come out these days, but this one's pretty top shelf.
Yeah.
I mean this.
Yeah. Oh,
This
yeah.
I mean, it's clear that they put effort into this and making the visuals look as good as they could, and that's what we've got here.
Right.
And it's distinctive as well. Like I mean,
Yes.
there's a difference between being polished and also being distinctive.
Yeah.
And this game kind of pulls it all together.
It has a very unique art style, like,
Yep.
which makes it stand out with all like the other 2D games that have been coming out. So
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they totally they go all out with it. It's not in any way like kind of pieced together with any. They don't try to pull any gimmicks like when they're not doing like 3D. It's just they use depth in the system, but it's still a 2D game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could have easily just rehashed a lot of the same concepts and made this
Yeah.
very budget.
Yeah.
But I mean, they people who made this game clearly have a great love for the franchise and the fans, and they really went for it.
Right.
So it really shows in the finished product.
Finally, something for the fans.
And
Yeah,
then,
finally,
I guess, what are we
something
gonna
for the
go to next?
fans.
Sound.
Yeah. Let's hop over to sound.
Oh, you
now.
talk about sound. You can't. You have to mention
We'll go the music.
the music
We'll
levels.
go to the music first of all here on sound. Now the music is awesome. It's got that classic orchestral soundtrack. You know, the fanfare music that plays when you do certain things or when you
Yep.
finish a level. That was all awesome.
Yeah.
And then there's even like at the end of each world, there's a music themed level where you'll go
Which
through
are
and
crazy.
like the jumps and certain things you do are all timed to the music, and like playing that. The first one of those I went through was like I finished the level and I was like what the hell did I just play?
Yeah.
It was
That's kind of like what sold the game
very
for me.
very
yeah.
very well done.
Totally
Yeah.
hooks you. It's not hard enough to not want to keep trying again if you mess it up.
The
You
Black
know.
Betty level is what you guys are referring to.
oh yeah, that level. I first played this game at a Best Buy on the demo. I was like, oh, this new Rayman game, and like that was a demo level, and I was just like, whoa, like was not expecting that. Like this
Yeah.
fast-paced like level you're going through, like
All the
your
characters are involved
Yeah,
in the
they're
chorus.
all timed up with like the music and everything. It was awesome. I mean,
you
and
missed
not
that
even just the
bonus right
music
there.
levels though. The soundtrack itself was awesome. Like it had
yeah.
almost like a cool like epic like fantasy soundtrack for some of the bits of it. Like
Yeah.
the first like world you're in is kind of like a typical like sword and sorcery like castle level.
Yeah.
But like the music's fitting and it really helped like move you along on the game because it was a good soundtrack.
Yeah. And they each level will have a different sort of theme, and the music will kind of go with that. And they did that with Origins as well. Like
Right.
you're inside like the Mexican food
Yeah,
level,
you got some
and
of
it's
the
like
voice acting. There's-
Mexican sort of parade.
You get some limited voice acting too, which is awesome because in the Mexican theme level, there's a level you get chased by a giant luchador wrestler, and he
Right.
just runs
Oh,
at
yeah,
you
and
and
he's
go
shouting at you the whole time,
luchador. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, that was good. The only other thing really to talk about there would be the sound effects, and the effects are great. There's the one that stands out for me is when you have what's the character's name, Murphy. Sometimes when you walk up to things, he's got to slap enemies or he's got to slap other things, and
Yeah.
like the slap sound is just great when he's hitting stuff.
Yeah.
So high marks all around for the sound. The sound in this game is very very good.
Yeah, I agree.
Now,
Very well done.
Moving on to gameplay, we kind of touched on it a little bit here, but again, I don't play too many platformers, but
Now, you guys played this on a
this one
PC.
was
How did
awesome.
that? How did you play it? Did you play it with a keyboard?
It
or-
was okay. I played with the keyboard, and some of the stuff is a little bit tricky because you have to use you got to use the W key to control Murphy, and you're using
Right.
you're using the arrow keys and the space bar to control Rayman or your other character, and some of that got a little tricky, but overall not too bad.
I also played the PC version. I actually have a Logitech controller, and I like platformers a lot. Like ever since I grew up with Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I loved all like the Donkey Kong Countries, the Marios, like all the classics. I really liked, and I like the fact that they're bringing back some of these classic style 2D platformers. This game went above and beyond though, because obviously, like I said, I played that music level, really sold me on it.
Who's playing this game?
Yeah, whoever's playing on the screen, no good.
Yeah.
That's what you get for using a keyboard, Chris.
I know.
No, it's not. Trust me, this isn't me.
But
Should enter the code, Chris. IDKFA.
yeah, you need the cheat codes. But So I started playing it though, and I was like, "Oh, the music levels are cool."
Oh, man. No, guys, trust me, this isn't me. This is borrowed footage.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. It's not you. Chris.
Sure.
Sure.
That was a good
I
death.
played
There.
it
Just
on
jumped
three-
straight into it.
I played on 360, and I felt it was very fluid, very easy to control. I think
Yeah.
it's definitely
it's
more of a
controller.
console
game.
Yeah.
But if you have a controller, I mean, I feel like it would work well
It-
on PC.
If you're gonna play this on a computer, definitely hook it up.
Yeah, if
to
you're
a
gonna
controller.
if you play it on a computer, either
Do
get
it
the
right.
software to use your PlayStation 3 controller, or plug in your Xbox 360 controller, or get like I have a $20 Logitech controller. It works
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yep.
What I liked about this game, though, as far as gameplay, is I started playing it, and it starts out like a typical platformer. You get that music level, but as you progress, like the levels just get like you get levels where you're being like I said, there's a level you're getting chased by a giant luchador.
Yeah.
There's levels where you're just running really fast, and you just have to keep up with the pace, and it mixes it up. This level right here, you jump in these horns, you turn really small, and you can jump into the rotten.
They did
fruit.
that with Origins as well.
Yeah, a lot of like
it
lot
gets
of
more and
variety.
more like involved and dynamic as you play through.
It's great. Even like one of
They
the
get
later
harder.
levels, you get like the levels like a labyrinth you go through, and you actually fight like a minotaur at the end. It's very cool. Like,
Yeah.
So a lot of different things to do. It's never just like the same old over and over again, just with like a new coat of paint. Like each level offers some sort of variety and something different, and that's what kept me going on the game.
This is a good game.
It is fantastic.
I was totally surprised at how good it was going to be because, like I said, I have Origins and I like it a lot, and I'm still playing it. But this is way better.
This is
Yeah,
he
I-
died
This guy
there before too.
He's
Yeah,
not an exemplary player.
He's
for this
he's
game.
not making use of the controls here. I played it for PlayStation 3, and I think the thing that I'm not crazy about platformers either, but I mean the thing that makes a platformer for me is how tight and responsive the controls are. And this game
Right.
definitely. I mean, I didn't play it for a PC or a
He
computer or
does this
anything.
again.
So
There he
it's
goes. He made it.
yeah. But I
Going
mean the
for the
game
bonus.
the game is very tight and it controls very well.
Yep,
You gotta get the teensy in that watermelon.
that's right. You got to collect
Oh
all
yeah,
those
you
guys.
can when you're small, you can run up and go like underneath and stuff.
And
can
you
go up on the
also have
ceiling.
bonus powers when you're little. You can jump and then punch jump
right and do
up
that
to
attack
go
you
higher.
just did. Yeah.
Yeah, which in sometimes makes it harder because you think you're going to act one way, like when he's regular size, the dynamic is different. And then when you're small, you think you're just I'm gonna jump over here, and then all of a sudden you just punch through a guy, and you're like, no.
Oh
So
right. You get
it
confused.
changes as the game goes, and you have to adjust your play style as the levels progress, depending on which level you're in, what sort of enemy you're going against. The object to get the better portions of the game, to get, I guess, a higher score is you collect more Electoons, and by really paying attention to levels and going back and
Yeah, each level has a lot of little nooks and crannies,
Yep.
like secret areas to get like all the where the Electoons are like the little yellow guys, that, like almost
Yep.
almost like the coins like in Mario.
basically like rings or coins, yeah.
And then you also collect. There's the teensies, the little blue guys. There's like 8
Yep.
of them in the level. There's
Yep.
8 regular ones. Then there's a king and a queen, which are always on like little side bonus rooms each level.
Right.
And a lot of them are always hidden away like that.
You
guy,
have to
know.
listen to the sound for the help me
And-
to know that they're somewhere near where you are. And
Right,
then you
yeah.
track them down.
It's awesome because you have to explore a little bit, but the levels themselves, when you're just going through, they have a nice pace to it too. It's not just like walk through, jump on a guy's head, jump over the pit. Like
Right.
some of these levels are paced like really quick, so
Yep.
you're using a lot of reflexes, and you're constantly moving and like wall jumping and sliding, and right when you run up the wall, and love it, awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, look like the
This is-
obstacles here, like
this is
you
a
were saying
tough-
with the reflexes.
Yeah.
Even right here, you gotta dodge the knives, you gotta run up the wall.
And
This
then
guy's
there's
gonna
even
die
just
again.
small challenges like when what are the name of those like the coins basically those little flies
Looms,
Electoons.
right?
loom yeah
Oh yeah.
like
Lumps.
if you have to get them in like a certain order and like if you get them in
Yeah, I was
the
gonna
correct
say that.
order like they're like double the points pretty
Yeah.
much.
But they have that in the like again Origins because this is really just Origins better. But,
Yeah, but like right here, like the pink. If you get like the pink one,
You
and
gotta
keep
do 'em in
going,
order, right.
You get more points, and like I don't know, it's kind of cool. Like where it's like you don't have to do that, but there's a benefit to it.
yeah,
and-
you get twice as many for
Yeah,
each one.
I don't know. It's just cool. It's like little like challenges and
Timed levels and stuff like that.
Yeah, the more you play too, more levels unlock. Like you'll play through the game, and then you'll get like time trial levels that unlock that are like they're called invasion levels where you have to get through and you have like 60 seconds to get through, and after like the 40-minute mark you can only get 2 teensies. After like 50, then there's only 1 left, and if you don't get to the end in 60 seconds, then all the teensies are gone. You got to restart it.
Right.
And those levels were awesome because when I saw it, I was like, oh, an invasion level, is it just like a rehash of the same level because they're attached to certain stages? But it's like it's the same level theme, but it's its own level, and it's built around being a time trial where you just gotta move. It's like it does a little countdown. It's like 3, 2, 1, go, and you move, and you just gotta.
Oh, those levels are awesome, and you just keep trying over and over, and like I tried. There was one of those in the demo too, and I tried.
Yeah,
so
you got to
many
keep
times.
moving, and there's levels like that too where because there's multiple. You can be Rayman in the game, but you can unlock different characters. They all play the same, but they're different.
Yeah.
Like they just look different. Add some variety.
Glowbox is hilarious. Like when he grabs onto a ledge, he hangs on with his upper lip.
Yeah,
and hooks it around.
But to unlock a lot of the
giant
characters,
frog.
there's like rescue missions, and those like are a lot of variety too. Like those. You know, some of them. There's a few of them where they're like ninja challenge levels where you have to like break the floating like loom balls that like float in the air, and then you just have to go through like really quick and like keep up with the time. So it's like paced like really quick where you use a lot of reflexes to go through. So like I said, all the levels have some sort of variety to it, so it never got old for me.
Yep.
You missed a secret
Excellent
spot there.
game.
Yeah, there we go.
Totally worth playing.
So should we go to the score?
Very, very good. Yep.
How do we score
Let's
this
put
guy?
the scorecard up.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
there's Chris again.
Let's put the scorecard up and get our overall. So here we go. Buy across the board. If you're interested in platformers at all, you need to buy this game.
Yep. Even if you don't play him a lot, you'd probably like it. You know.
Like all of us said, like most of us haven't played Rayman, and we're all saying to buy it.
Yep.
It's
Excellent game.
It was really good.
Fantastic.
And if you don't want to buy it, definitely a rent or a borrow. Somebody else you know might have it, or you can rent it.
Lot of
borrow it from
time you can put into it. It's satisfying. Definitely worth it.
Yeah, can't reinforce that statement enough. There's a lot to play in this game.
Yeah. You can leave it for a while, come back to it later. You know, definitely worth it.
There's a lot of collectibles, a lot of things you can unlock. A lot of the levels, I've gone back and played a bunch of the levels multiple times just because they're really fun.
Yeah.
And I haven't even hit, like, there's a lot of bonus levels you can unlock. Actually, Josh keeps talking about Origins. You can actually unlock like 40 levels from the game Origins that are remixed for this game. So there's a lot there to play. So you're getting your money's worth anyways, and everything's fun in it. I wasn't bored once playing this game.
And for old guys like me who have children, you can totally play this game with them in the room. Not offensive.
Yes, kid approved.
Kid approved. I have to mention that.
You can
because
encourage them to even play this game. It's appropriate for everybody.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yep.
No
Okay,
dad's playing. Get out of here.
So there you go, guys. That is Rayman Legends.